What is it like to live with hearing loss? Well, I can easily answer that. Hello, I am hard of hearing. Yay! Known online as the deaf servant because I'm deaf and I like to serve people, that's it. But living with hearing loss is challenging, to say the least. As a lot of you know, I talk about what it is like to live with hearing loss. And a lot of that has to deal with being told off by people for asking them to repeat themselves, to being looked down upon because I have a disability, whether that be intellectually or just otherwise, I guess to put it. For context, I was born with a cholesteatoma about 17 years ago. Wasn't found out till I was closer to about one, probably about 7 months. I don't have the full story. I don't really like. I don't keep information for that, but they found it because I wasn't responding to noise stimuli. And they looked, saw that there was skin that it was supposed to be on the outside or access skin that was crushing my eardrum and prevented me from hearing. Well, I had surgery. I've had multiple surgeries for my ear and others that they successfully removed it, but there was damage that they couldn't repair. So I am deaf. And it has only been worsening over the years. So much so that I eventually got a hearing aid case as well, and that helps. In fact, I'm using that currently to record this video on as my microphone. Not the best, but sorry. We're just given what we can. And, well, it during my younger years, I was often subject to not necessarily bullying, but more so because I was weird or had behavioral issues that stemmed from my hatred of change and things that I just didn't like. So, not being able to hear, plus like some pain that goes with that, I was prone to earaches and infections quite a bit, caused me to have behavioral issues that stemmed from me not understanding why the things were like this. So, and I have speech issues, of course, and I was somewhat made fun of for that constantly, and still am to a degree. And, well, it caused me not to have many friends. And the friends that I did have, we were considered the weirdos, or the weird group, the people that were kind of sped but not. I was put into a special once a week class to help with my speech for a year. That was on my IEP, and I improved. Kind of. As I said, I still have those issues from time to time, but I am better at pronunciating than I was. If you can't tell, I'm a little sick. But then we hit middle school, and I'm still kind of a weirdo, but I have grown to be more of a kind of the just weird kid that is kind of quiet sometimes. And that went on for 3 years. Made, lost friends. Then we get to high school, current age. If you don't know, I am now a senior. Yay! And for the past 3 years, so during my freshman year, I got my hearing aid. Perfect. Everything is wonderful. And my personality shifts. Most of the time, I'm the quiet kid that is up near the front, that doesn't talk unless it is to answer a question correctly. Hate being wrong. And that a lot of time I am correct. I am considered smart by my peers, but I'm still the quiet, weird kid. And I do have my outbursts of being more so weird than weird in some cases, but I have grown, and for the past few years now, since COVID, gosh, I have been going to church again. So, for about 4-ish years now, 4 to 5 years, I started going back to church in a special needs church class where I help out, helping serve food and drinks and getting a better understanding of the special needs community. And it has enlightened me. It has enlightened me to make this channel, to talk about my experience, and to serve others that are like me, and to serve others that want to help the community. That is the purpose of this channel, and it has even enlightened me to go on to do special education and food stuff. That is all stemmed from me being born with hearing loss, because before now, I wouldn't have done this. Before now, I probably would have just did the whole restaurant thing, or because I've always liked cooking, or something else. But now I know what I want to do, and it's all because I was born with hearing loss. So while being hard of hearing has been complex and oftentimes not rewarding in the slightest, it's a disability, a hindrance to my life. It has changed my worldview into thinking about what I want to do with my life. And I know what I want to do. And if anything, it's more so a blessing to me. To anyone else, it probably wouldn't be. A disability is a disability. Most would prefer not to have theirs. But if a cure were to come out, or a complete fix for my hearing loss were to come out, and I were asked to take it, I'd say no. I feel like it would. It's made me grow as a person, so much so that I can't necessarily say I enjoy being deaf. Of course, I can't say that, but I'm not scared or wanting to not be deaf either. I am who I am. And if there's no fix, there's no fix. And if there was one, why would I want to take it when my life is so much meaning now because of who I am? To just take that part of my life away would be. It would almost feel disingenuous to me. And I'm not saying that to criticize those that would. A disability, as I said, is a disability. In most cases, it is so chronic of an issue that I would say if a fix came out, you should take it. Or I'm not going to douse the flames or criticize those that do want to get rid of their disability or whatever. Because at the end of the day, it is a hindrance. And as I said, I don't particularly enjoy being deaf, but I enjoy the experience that it has given me that has shaped my worldview so much that while the deafness itself isn't that great, it also has opened up my eyes to a whole different side of the world of how people are treated. It has shaped my political side of view, my religious side of view. All aspects of my life have currently been shaped by me being born with hearing loss. That is just who I am, and it's forever how I will continue to be. Disabilities aren't necessarily something that can be fixed. In a lot of cases, disabilities wouldn't exist if they could be fixed. Most disabilities are permanent. Sure, they can be supported with devices like hearing aids, or certain types of glasses, or what have you. Accommodation are what they are. To alleviate some of the chronic symptoms and challenges that come with being that disabled. But an actual fix? Well, you know my thought process on that. So, what is it like to live with hearing loss? That is the question that I ask. And to answer it, it is complex, challenging, a hindrance on my life. But it has changed how I think, changed how I feel and perceive the world around me, and, well, it's made me think of disabilities in a whole different light. And it has shaped what I want to do with my own life. And that is to serve those like me. Maybe not necessarily deaf or hearing loss. Stuck between the world of hearing and deafness. No. That, while maybe a focus, isn't the main topic. The main topic is to serve and to teach food and things surrounding the food culture to those that are special needs or those that want to serve or feel they need enlightenment on these issues to this channel. My main group is those of special needs. But the second main group is those of the general population that want an inside scoop of how to properly serve and to accommodate, or just to see what it is like to be special needs or disabled. Thank you for watching. And I would say keep hearing me, but that'd be a little hypocritical of me, wouldn't it? So, guess just keep watching and learning to fuel both your mind and your body.